But maybe we should start with, is there a reason to fear death? We just talked about it before, in your view?
In my view, there is absolutely no reason to fear death. Death is simply the closing of one door and the opening of another. You just simply leave your physical, worn out or disease-ridden body and go into a different dimension of consciousness where you don't need a body because you're in the spiritual realm at that point. It's actually, if someone is really ill and tired and worn out, it must be wonderful to leave that body behind and go into this other realm. I didn't have a worn out body. I was only 23. And I had my experience during childbirth. So I came back to, a perfectly good body. Nothing was wrong. But I do think that the relief of shedding a worn out, diseased body and being done with that must be incredibly wonderful. In addition, we have a certain consciousness here on earth that I believe is inhibited by our physicality. We can't express everything. There seem to be parameters. But when you go over into the spiritual dimension, your consciousness is so expanded. I understood things perfectly over there that I could not understand when I got back here. I could remember them. I knew they were true, but total comprehension of it all, I was not that expanded anymore. I just simply knew it was true. I could have explained it much better over on the other side because of the fact that you're just, Renee, we are so much more than we know that we are here on earth. That's one of the things I just want people to know so very much, is that we are incredible. We are little pieces of God, in my personal opinion. We are so unlimited in so many ways. I just want everybody to know it is a great, big, wonderful, loving universe, or many universes, whatever it is, that we exist in. And we are an intricate part of it. We are just not little stumbling around human beings. This is an experience we're having, a human experience, where we learn things that apparently only here on earth, in this plane of duality, can teach us. So, fine. But that's not all we are. And that's one of the things that I want so much for people to know. We are a part of God. And I say that because, in my opinion, God is love, the power of love, the giver of love, the all of love. That's about as much of a fine point as I can put on it. But when I had my near-death experience and I was enabled to look into my soul, I saw that what my soul was love. It was perfect love. And I knew perfectly well when I came back and thought about it all, that doesn't just apply to me. That's what a human being is. At our core, we are love. We are a little piece of God, if you want to put it in simplistic terms. And, because of the way we are constructed emotionally, we can get tangled up in webs where we don't even recognize that that is what we are, and live a whole lifetime that way, I suppose. But But that's a sham. That is not who we are. So that's one of the things that I feel strongly about communicating. When I first had the experience, and I was 23 years old, I did think at that time that the most important part of the whole experience was learning that there is no death, knowing that there is no death, not hoping, not praying for it, not afraid of anything anymore, because there is no death. So that was a really enormous thing to have happen to a person of any age. But at 23, I suddenly knew some great mystery, and I just wanted everybody to know that too. You do just want to share it, say, look, 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 it's all so much better than you think it is. It took a few decades, maybe, let's say 2 decades, before I realized that looking into my soul and seeing that I was love was equally as important, possibly even more so, I don't know, but equally as important as knowing that there was no death was knowing what I was, who we all are. And that's when I would say I had achieved the maturity to know that there was just a whole lot more to this experience than just knowing that there was no death.